Have you ever looked at a food label and thought, the calories are fine, so it must be okay? I'm here today to tell you that this is a dangerous mistake. We have been taught for years to count calories, to balance our intake of fats, proteins, and carbs. We believe that if the numbers add up, our bodies will be healthy. But what if I told you that 2 meals with the exact same nutritional profile could have drastically different effects on your body? That one could nourish you, while the other secretly packs on fat and disrupts your fundamental biology. It's a shocking truth that could change everything you thought you knew about healthy eating. The secret lies not in the numbers, but in the processing. Ultra-processed foods, those convenient factory-made meals, snacks and drinks that fill our supermarket aisles, are not just food. They are industrial formulations of ingredients you would never find in your own kitchen. Think about it. These products are designed for a long shelf life, intense flavor, and maximum profit. They are engineered to be irresistible. But this engineering comes at a hidden cost to your health, a cost that goes far beyond the calorie count printed on the box. We are just now beginning to understand the full extent of the damage. This is not about overeating. This is not about a lack of willpower. The latest science is showing us something far more sinister. Even when you eat these foods in moderation, even when you stick to your daily calorie goals, the processing itself triggers harmful changes in your body. It's a deception that has been hiding in plain sight for decades. We've been focused on what we eat, but we've completely ignored how our food is made. The very nature of ultra-processing is turning our food into a metabolic Trojan horse, and it's time to expose the truth. The comfortable belief that a calorie is just a calorie is now being shattered by groundbreaking research. This isn't just a theory, it's a proven reality that has been demonstrated in a controlled scientific setting. Imagine eating a diet that is perfectly balanced on paper, yet still leads to weight gain and hormonal problems. This is the reality for millions of people who rely on ultra-processed foods every single day. We are facing a public health crisis that has been fueled by convenience, and the evidence is now too powerful to ignore. We must look beyond the label and understand what is really happening inside our bodies. A powerful new study has just been published, and its findings are sending shockwaves through the world of nutrition. Researchers at the prestigious University of Copenhagen Center for Basic Metabolic Research decided to put this theory to the test. They wanted to know if the processing of food, all by itself, was the real villain. The results, published on August 28, 2025 in the journal Cell Metabolism, are a wake-up call for every single one of us. This study provides the hard evidence we have been waiting for, proving that the danger is not just in the quantity of our food, but in its quality and industrial creation. The scientists designed a brilliant experiment. They recruited 43 healthy young men between the ages of 20 and 35. These men were then put on 2 completely different diets for 3 weeks each. The first diet was made up of whole, unprocessed foods, the kind of meals you would cook from scratch. The second diet consisted entirely of ultra-processed foods. Here is the crucial part. Both diets were carefully matched. They had the exact same number of calories, the same amount of protein, carbohydrates, fats, and even fiber. On paper, these 2 diets were nutritionally identical. After the first 3-week period, the men were given a 3-month washout period to allow their bodies to return to normal. Then they switched to the other diet. This crossover design meant that each participant acted as his own control, making the results incredibly reliable and powerful. Some participants were even given an extra 500 calories per day on both diets to see how the body would react to a surplus. The researchers measured everything: body weight, fat mass, hormone levels, and more. They were looking for any difference caused solely by the food's processing. What they discovered was nothing short of astonishing. It confirmed the deepest fears of many nutrition experts. The study wasn't just observing people in the real world. It was a controlled clinical trial that isolated the variable of food processing. As senior author Professor Romain Barres stated, they were shocked by how many body functions were disrupted. This wasn't a minor effect. The impact was significant, measurable, and deeply concerning, especially because it happened in a group of young, healthy men. The Copenhagen study has given us undeniable proof. The way our food is made matters immensely. So what exactly happened to these young men? The most stunning result was the change in their body composition. When the men ate the ultra-processed diet, they gained significantly more body fat. Remember, this happened even though they were eating the exact same number of calories as they did on the unprocessed diet. On average, the participants gained about 1 kilogram, that's 2.2 pounds, more fat mass during their 3 weeks on the ultra-processed foods. This proves that calories from ultra-processed sources are not treated the same way by your body. They are, quite literally, more fattening. This fat gain occurred regardless of whether the men were on a normal calorie diet or the high-calorie diet with an extra 500 calories. This tells us something profound. The problem isn't just that ultra-processed foods might encourage you to eat more. The problem is that these foods change your metabolism at a fundamental level. They seem to flip a switch in your body, telling it to store more energy as fat instead of using it for fuel. It's a metabolic trap. You think you are doing the right thing by controlling your portions, but the food itself is working against you, reprogramming your body to gain weight. How is this possible? The researchers believe it has to do with how our bodies are designed to handle food. Real, unprocessed food contains a complex structure of cells and fibers that our digestive system has to work to break down. This process, known as the thermic effect of food, actually burns calories. Ultra-processed foods, on the other hand, are often pre-digested. Their cellular structure is destroyed, making the nutrients instantly available. Your body doesn't have to work as hard, so more of that energy gets shuttled directly into your fat cells for storage. This finding helps explain the alarming rise in obesity we have seen over the past 50 years, a period that perfectly matches the explosion of ultra-processed foods in our diets. We have blamed the lack of exercise and oversized portions, and while those are factors, they are not the whole story. We now have clear evidence that the industrial processing of our food supply is a major, independent driver of fat gain. It's a hidden danger that has contributed to a global health crisis, making it harder for people to maintain a healthy weight even when they try. The damage from ultra-processed foods doesn't stop at your waistline. The Copenhagen study uncovered another, perhaps even more frightening consequence: hormonal disruption. Our hormones are the chemical messengers that control nearly every function in our bodies, from our mood and energy levels to our ability to reproduce. The research revealed that the ultra-processed diet threw these delicate systems into chaos. Specifically, it had a negative impact on the male participants' reproductive hormones, which is a major red flag for our collective future. During the 3 weeks on the ultra-processed diet, the men showed a measurable decrease in testosterone. Testosterone is the primary male sex hormone, crucial for maintaining muscle mass, bone density, energy, and of course libido, but it didn't stop there. They also saw a drop in another key hormone called follicle-stimulating hormone, or FSH. FSH is absolutely essential for sperm production. The lead author of the study, Jessica Preston, put it bluntly: "Our results prove that ultra-processed foods harm our reproductive and metabolic health. This is a direct assault on male fertility." Where is this hormonal disruption coming from? The researchers identified a likely culprit: industrial chemicals that leach into the food during processing and packaging. They found that when the men ate the ultra-processed diet, their bodies had higher levels of a chemical called phthalate, sex mind P. Phthalates are a class of chemicals, often called plasticizers, used to make plastics more flexible and durable. They are known endocrine disruptors, meaning they interfere with our hormone systems. They are finding their way from the factory into our food and from our food into our bodies. This connection is critical. For decades, we have witnessed a steady and alarming decline in sperm quality and testosterone levels in men across the Western world. At the same time, rates of obesity and type 2 diabetes have skyrocketed. We have been searching for the reasons why. This study connects the dots. The rise of ultra-processed foods, loaded with hormone-disrupting chemicals and designed for maximum fat storage, provides a powerful explanation for these parallel health crises. It is not just food. It is a chemical exposure that is compromising the health of generations. The evidence is clear, and the need for action is urgent. Ultra-processed foods are not just a harmless convenience. They pose real risks to our health and well-being. These foods threaten our metabolic health, disrupt our hormones, and can impact our future. This isn't about blame or perfection. It's about making better choices, one step at a time. We must recognize the challenges of our modern food environment. Our food supply has become dominated by products designed for profit, not for our health. It's time to take back control of what we eat. Here's your challenge: make your next grocery trip count. Check ingredient labels, not just for calories, but for what's really inside. Choose whole foods over ultra-processed options whenever you can. If you see a long list of unfamiliar ingredients, put it back and reach for something real. Fill your cart with fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains in their natural state. Challenge yourself to cook at least one homemade meal this week, and don't stop there. Share this video to help others make healthier choices too. Together, we can create a ripple effect for a healthier future. Remember, every small step counts. Experts agree, the long-term risks are real, and we need systemic change. Let's make whole, unprocessed foods more affordable and accessible for everyone. And let's discourage the overconsumption of ultra-processed products that harm our health. Your health is in your hands. Make it count. Start today and inspire others to join you on this journey. Make your next grocery trip a step toward a healthier you. And remember, every healthy choice you make helps build a better future for all. Let's start a movement. One meal, one grocery trip, one share at a time. Make the decision today to prioritize your long-term health over short-term convenience. Your body, your hormones, and your future will thank you. The choice is yours. Choose real food. For more tips and resources on living a healthier lifestyle and reducing ultra-processed foods, visit our website today, and don't forget to subscribe and share this video to help others make healthier choices too.